see the arrangement blended into it. It has a little bit of the Western culture mixed into the African thematic way of singing. And Baba year to me, Gungi year to Amina, something. But the song is called Baba year to. And the version I just played was done by Angel City Choral. They're a great group. They did this song 4 years ago. And yes, this song is getting some traction. I think a lot of people will look out for the soloist, Jimmy Bolden. It's quite known. His face is known for so many sounds that they make. They make all kinds of sounds when they sing and they try to perform. Old men bending down, old men bending whistle, old men holding their hearts, gesticulating. There are all kinds of things you can put in a song. And who says that if you're a choir or you're in a choral group, you can be boring? No, these guys are not allowed to be boring. Anyway, let's get back to the politics.
The Current Affairs Show provides a new scope to the details of politics.
I actually participated in the governorship election.
Roll out vaccination in 4 people.
Let's stay away from the sides of the story and go deeper together. Let's talk weekdays at 8 a.m.
on 95.1 Nigeria Info, Abuja. Let's talk.
The Current Affairs Show.
Well, it's becoming a very prominent part, and if I would say, for leaders who intend to get feedback, unmeasured feedback or feedback that would not be, weighted or translated or be told to say they like you when people don't like you. Such leaders try to go out on the road, on the streets, into places to find out what people really want and how better they can lead and what areas you can lead and you need to lead. Essentially, you just can't wake up as a leader and say, this is what they want, and you don't use feedback to lead. One of those moments would have to be what the Sokoto State Governor, yes, he did that recently. The new Sokoto State Governor did that recently by visiting a hospital at night. He wanted to find out the state of affairs and also to find out essentially how people are being treated and all of that. Alhaji Ahmad Aliyu did take that on. It shocked everybody. He was former commissioner, he was deputy governor at some point in time, and then is now leading the organization. Let me share with you how that sounds like, okay? What he did and the ambience around it. Ahmad Aliyu, take a listen to his 007 Bond moment as he went out in the night to listen. I'll make an attempt to interpret. I see translation on the screen, so I'll make an attempt to translate for you what was going on.
This is Morning Crossfire.
There you go. He gets into a keke. He takes a keke ride, holds torchlight, versus the hospital. Disguised himself, by the way. He wasn't looking like his regular self. He walks into the hospital. Obviously, no light. The chairs were there. He was just looking through, asking questions, wondering what's going on. It didn't, he's really found that the quality of the services was terrible. It was with a cameraman, it was with some other people. He decided to pay the unscheduled visit to show series of concern raised by residents in that area. Now, he walked through the hospital, no light for standard, for sure. Some of the medical personnel were on jerseys. They look like, they were there like they were not there. Nothing looked good, essentially. When you have people in 90s and the likes of that, and you're waiting for things to be different. Anyway, here's what he thinks.
So many complaints about the condition of this hospital, that is specialist hospital. That is why I decided to pay unscheduled visit to see things for myself. That is why I'm here. And I went around some of the wards, and honestly, I'm not happy with what I have seen.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Now, I'll tell you a bit about what you're seeing. That's something of interest as well to follow through on. Well, the exercise yesterday for the decoration of the brand new Inspector General of Police is acting on to confirmation by the National Assembly members. It was really nice to see as we had Vice President Shetima placed the cap on his head. Of course, he follows through with his salute as well. He was standing alongside with his wife. He has to give a salute to his wife. His wife was ready to accept the salute as well. That was decorative and it's right as well. And of course, you had some other people on the sideline as well receiving him. And by the way, the former Inspector General of Police, Kali Baba, was also around him just to walk through and the likes of that. And he as well listened to some of the other people there. Now, after all of that, he said some few things about what he's going to do next. He's a tiger. He said he's like a tiger, ready to chase away all criminals in Nigeria. Are you ready for this? Listen for this.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Now, I have just been decorated, and I'm looking forward to taking over tomorrow morning by 11 a.m. I really can't describe how I feel presently, but if I have to tell you anything, I will tell you that right now, I feel like a tiger inside of me, ready to chase away all the criminals in Nigeria. And some other time, I feel like a lion in me, ready to devour all the enemies, internal enemies of Nigeria. That's my feeling right now. Thank you. Okay, thanks.
So you will hear more from him tomorrow.
Okay, so that makes up a part of what he has to say. Other questions were asked of him, and of course, questions were asked from the former IGP as well. The former Inspector General of Police, also had some few words about this.
It's a stage. You come, you walk, and you go. I'm happy I'm handing over to somebody I know that will carry the mantle of leadership from where I have stopped. We grew up in the job. We grew up together. I was his boss at a time, not even when I was IG. He worked under me twice. We've been working together, and I know how he can go ahead to champion the cause of the police from where I have stopped.
This is Morning Crossfire.
So we have a tiger and a lion mixed in one IG. Well, the new IG feels is ready to devour criminals and internal criminals, I must say, of Nigeria. And I wonder how he's going to do that. A tiger, a lion, it's when it's hungry, it doesn't just attack randomly. It's strategic. It's, the animal is strategic. It picks out its prey. It sizes up its prey to be sure that it can outpower it, it can maneuver it, it can, it's bigger than it is size, and definitely likely can outrun it in every sense of it. What should be the new IGP's extensive measure of things? By the way, I'm streaming on YouTube right now. My team is streaming on YouTube, on Facebook and on YouTube at the moment at Nigeria Info Abuja, so you can make your comments there. But the new IGP is ready for action, ready to devour, ready to fight, ready to chase away all criminals. How does that work? How should he work? At the end of the day is what I'm a little bit sentimental about. And I wonder how he will get that task done going forward, in days to come. All right, let me take some of your calls before the break. And after the break, I'll play for you. Peter will be speaking at the tribute of Chief Raymond Dokpasi and what he said. But let's take some calls, okay? Good morning to you.
Good morning once again, Dr. Femi D. Amele.
How are you today?
It's a good one. The new IG comes with the ferocity of a lion and a tiger. What a metaphor. He has a lot of energy, synergy, and I hope the men and officers will send a good cooperation to him so that he will be successful. If he's successful, the administration, it will work on the administration. Briefly, I want to react to one of the headlines regarding a dog responsible for a missing placenta, a lady who gave birth. We have to take care, take caution with the current new breed of some dogs who they are not the man's friend. They carry out atrocities, all these dogs.
Yeah, but don't you think it's awkward to have a dog in the hospital where you have all kinds of medical needs and health facilities, and conveniently, the dog goes for a placenta. Isn't that very convenient, a baby's placenta? What was the dog doing in the place in the first place? Something is wrong with that story.
If it's a normal dog, he cannot react the way that dog did. The normal dog, you can be going as a owner in his ahead of him. He'll be following you. But most of the newly bred dogs, the pressure dogs, you will see them always in chain. They are very aggressive, ready to attack.
Yeah.
Eating babies, chopping off their owner's leg or feet. Most of the cases.
So what do you think a dog was doing in the hospital in the first place?
Dog can be any. It's a man friend. Dog, when you meet this normal,
Really?
It can be everywhere. Can be on your bed.
It cannot be everywhere. A dog shouldn't be in the hospital in the first place. Do you know how many germs dogs carry? Something is wrong. I really think something's wrong. I'm not buying that story from those hospital officials who say that a dog get the placenta. Let them just come out and say they sold the placenta to a bidder, and they are coming up to claim the dog ate it. Come on, I really don't buy that story. Something's wrong.
With another angle from your journalistic analysis, I can't counter that.
Bros, okay, Abubakar, have you seen a dog in the hospital, regular hospital, since you've been getting medical attention, that a full-grown hospital in its right thinking mantra would allow a dog to walk through the wards of the hospital? Not to now talk of going.
I've seen that.
Aha. So, me too, I'm wondering. I'm not blaming you for it. I'm just saying something is wrong. Something is very wrong.
So thank you for this analysis.
Thank you, dear friend. I agree with you that the new breeds of dogs are quite aggressive. I'm not even sure what they eat. People have combined all kinds of breeds of dogs into each other nowadays. That is called a monstrous dog. If you really think about what you're serving or serving you. I'll be back after the break. Let me take more calls from you. The new service chiefs are ready. Are you?
I keep my sunny side up so they can see me from above. I keep my sunny side up. No more running from the love. No more, no more. I keep my sunny side up so they can see me from above. I keep my sunny side up. No more running from the love. Yeah, hey, pour me up some OJ, have it fresh squeeze, sizzle up some pico and some bay leaves. Make sure that it's on low. Let the top breathe, let the top breathe. Gotta let the top breathe. Crack another egg on it. Me and you could make the best omelet. Yeah, never seasoned, so it's our timing. You can smell the good vibes rising. I keep my sunny side up so they can see me from above. I keep my sunny side up. No more running from the love. No more, no more. I keep my sunny side up so they can see me from above. I keep my sunny side up. No more running from the love. It goes.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is 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 Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Okay, great. So while we listen to you, let me also mention that one man lost his position recently as the former EFCC chairman, Abdul Rashid Bawa. He did sit down with Chude, and it was an interesting conversation. Listen to a part of what he said.
You see my face, can I hurt a fly? You know, I cannot do that. You know, we're still looking that young, that youthful thing. And it's an issue of power, and the power belongs to the system, not to me as a person. But I think we are exercising it well in the sense that we understood all the weight and all the expectations, you know, around it. And I think the most important thing is the fact that we are just doing our job. And we don't want people to panic. We don't want people to fear. You know, people should feel free to come to the EFCC with all sense of civility and all sense of belonging. They are meeting Nigerians. It is about trying to find out the facts, what has happened. You know, just come and explain. So why are you scared? Why are you afraid? To me, it is a sign that you are guilty, you know, as suspected, not guilty as charged. And if we have charged you to court, then it means that you are guilty as charged. So people should not be scared. You know, we are humans. We are fellow Nigerians like them. You know, there is no state that is not represented here. We are a very cosmopolitan, you know, agency. If you look at the composition of the board of the EFCC.
This is Morning Crossfire.
So the interview was done before his exit, but it looks like he can hurt a fly. Can he? Well, he is not hurting any fly right now as he remains suspended under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The service chiefs, what are they up to? What should they be up to now? I wonder. Okay, I'm listening to you. Good morning.
Femi, good morning. How are you?
Fine. How are you today as well?
I'm fine. Abubakar, Femi, I'm calling for Sobe and Suleja here.
Oh,
right
good.
now.
Yes, welcome.
Femi, please, the new service chief, I plead with the current president to take a Southeast and love. Not the way that the former president, the 8 years, he appoint anybody for Southeast as member of service chief. Please, very important. We are pretty one Nigeria. Very, very important. Femi, thank you very much.
All right. Carry everyone along. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning to you, Femi. This is Eva, calling for Tungamaji.
Oh, welcome, dear friend.
Yes, thank you. See, I want to start with this service chief.
You?
Yes,
Yes, I am.
Yes. So what I want to say is that, you know, the first thing the government should do is to send all the soldiers should not be in the street. All the soldiers should be sent to all the forests in Nigeria. But I want to ask this question. Do you still have forest guard in Nigeria?
Oh, we do. We do. They're there. I believe so.
Are you sure?
We do, but I'm not saying they work. I'm just saying that they're there. That's two different things.
What would you like that? The Minister of Health, Chief of Army, be sent to some forest. When they send all the forests in Nigeria to guard all the forests, because if the forest is not safe, we cannot be safe in the camp. So what the IG is saying is just make him out. And the next thing we say now, you say, I want to remove all the people that they sent to all these celebrities that is guiding them, all their hair, so that they will make money. So the first thing they will do to make Nigeria safe for this administration, the first thing they will do is to send people, because we don't have forest guard again. They should send the army. Army should be in charge of all the forests in Nigeria. Then if our forest is safe, then we can be safe in but without that, we're not safe. The bandits will stick to town, kidnap 200, 300 people and take them in the forest, and nobody is there to challenge them. But if the army are there in the forest, guarding the forest, then we will be safe here. The police will now take the internal security in the land. Without that, yes, we are joking.
All right, interesting view. Thank you so much. Okay, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, What Class Dr. Femi the MLA. I remember on myself, Abubakar Ali Ketin, who began calling from PW Kubwa. Femi D, yesterday when the acting IGP was making that comment, I was busy laughing. You know why? It sounded comical to me. You never enter office finish, you say you go devour, you go tear, you go chase. Enter office, see what they grant first now. We don't need all these sweet talks. All we need to see is action. We are, all of you and your colleagues, other service chiefs, are not going to judge now. We are going to judge you when you are leaving. So enter the office first, receive your security briefing, then let's start seeing action. I go devour, I go chase. Now wow.
But is it wrong to promise that you're going to do something ahead of time? After all, we always want to know what they want to do before they start to do it.
Is it anything wrong to say we are going to consolidate on the numerous successes of my predecessor, and we are going to make sure that we improve on the security on the ground?
Wait, I like that speech you just made, because it sounds like a standard PR speech. But what if he doesn't want to consolidate on what his successor has done, especially because his successor was taken out by the president? Who knows what the president thinks of his success of his predecessor?
Of course. He must consolidate, because if he did not consolidate, it means we are going back.
What if he doesn't want to consolidate publicly to avoid trouble and get caught up in politics?
That's why I say let his actions speak. Have a boxing bout. I will see if I go, I will box you, I'll punch you, and I go and tap you. Just give me one buzz, I don't go.
But we're not
that's what I'm saying.
But it's all about bragging. I mean, it's about bragging and telling people what you're capable of. Do you think? Let's look for trouble. Let's look for trouble.
Yes.
Me and you look for trouble. These are trouble examples.
No,
wait now.
Only you look for trouble.
Would you, if we were to make you a CBN governor, would you consolidate on what suspended CBN governor has done?
Of course, I will consolidate on the positive aspect.
No, you don't get to select, or you don't get to tell us where. You just consolidate.
Why can I consolidate on all fronts? That's why I say I'll consolidate on his successful, on his where his success he achieved success. I will consolidate, and where he had failure, I will try to avoid.
So you would admit he had failure. Do you think President Tinubu would consolidate on what former President Buhari has done?
Of course, he will consolidate on some of the numerous projects that has.
Is this your song? Is this song that you are using? Is this song that you are using that you are making?
You cannot consolidate. Femi cannot be Abubakar now.
No, I didn't want you.
You have your own way of saying things. I have my own way of saying things.
That's exactly.
That I know I will be beneficial for the country. Of course, I will continue.
He has decided to see himself as a tiger and a lion, and that's.
What did they make me laugh with that?
He decided to be a tiger and a lion.
The criminals go hide, but if you not show them, they do how they want, then you catch them.
But think about it. Every time somebody had given a disposition of this is what my body language was, like the former president Buhari, his first time, just because they know his body language is anti-corruption, a lot of people were quiet until later. So who knows what the IGP, the new acting IGP, will do just based on being a tiger and a lion.
You are just falling back to the same thing I said. When your body language turn to body odor, people will even do worse than they were doing before.
At least
so why not show them action? It's action. Like now, Tinubu did not say, I will do some of the things he did not even say he's doing them.
He said, don't say that one. No. He said plenty things, so we are waiting. No, we are waiting.
You get this way, no talk say go do, don't they do them? Begin leave them.
No, wait, because of other people.
Family member can say, only Abu don't pack about 7 minutes, they talk now. Thank you.
But I will consolidate on what Abu has done, some, because he has done some bad things too.
You cannot.
I don't want, because you have done some, my point is that you have done some bad things. That's the point I want to make. Is that okay?
Me and Bati will not jump.
Thank you for your call. Okay, thank you for your call. I'm grateful to you.
Thank you.
Yes. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
You and the people.
Oh yeah, don't mind us. We are talking tiger and lion this morning.
So the tiger and lion. So you people have combined it now. So want to know what will come out for?
Yeah.
So I'm from Guarampa.
Good to have you on. Yes, let's talk.
Mr. Femi, we like the way the man started. I'm a tiger, I'm a lion. But sometimes tiger will use tactics. You understand me?
Oh, dear. Well, somebody even said it to me in a very mean way. He said, do you know that from the cat family comes tiger and the lion? And tiger will not chop belly food can become a cat. That's what somebody said. It's not me. I'm just they have to look for trouble. Good morning to you. IGP, I agree to sir. Sure, sir. I'm just making an example.
Thank you. I'm calling for you. Still calling this morning.
All right. Good to have you on.
My name is Alan.
All right. Welcome, Alan.
Yeah. The service chiefs along with the IG. The IG, what he has said is nothing new. But what I want him to do is start work internally. Reorganize his boys, starting from DIGs, AIGs, area commanders, to DPO and their men. Let them improve in their services. It's not the IG may have good intentions. I want to do this, I want to do that, but he will be sitting in this Kamsalem house. What's this house?
You said it house. You said it.
He'll be sitting in area 11. He may not know what they are doing.
Okay.
If he really wants to get things done positively, he should take charge and make sure that his men are working.
Okay.
From yeah. All right. The Navy and Air Force, Navy and Army.
Yes.
There are a lot of revelations that Sari the Kuba made, which we all know too. Some of us from Nigeria will see all these things. They should reorganize themselves and have a new reorientation if they want to succeed.
Okay.
Just go to the place and always think about self. It will not help us. The army should reorganize itself. Maybe the personnel should not think of self-gratification. They really want to get things going. I believe that's the way forward. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much, my brother. Grateful to you. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Doctor.
Yes, good morning. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Who's on the line?
My name is Dale. Dale's on the line.
Oh, Dale. How are you today, Dale?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Fine. Are you using any device next to your phone? There's some sort of feedback around you. It's not clear enough.
Okay, but can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay. I think you should just speak up. Let's make two, but your call.
Is it better now?
Yes, it's better. Just speak louder so that we can hear you. Go on, please.
Okay, all right. Basically, let me start with the Charles or I think I heard
Dale is not working out. I can barely hear you. Your words are totally muffled under the signals there. I'm not too sure why that's happening. Okay, I need to round off now because I've got friends coming in from Nuremberg now. They're coming in shortly. But let me read what some of you have written in. No, this very morning. May from Massacre also joins the conversation on WhatsApp this very morning. Well done, Mr. Governor, for going out in the night for an inspection in the hospital. You are not happy with what you saw. When people are working in an unconducive condition and environment, you expect to get the best. Please make things good for them, and you and I will be happy. May from Massacre writes it in. Good morning, Femi. The new IGP of police is hilarious. Why the mixture of the most dangerous animals? Nigerians pray. He uses the energy to fight our common enemies called our looters and not the ordinary masses. Romero Rupel from Guag had that in. Femi, which one is full-grown hospital again? Don't mind me. Sometimes I just use powerful phrases and I say them without necessarily looking for trouble, but I did. Okay. Leo says, Tiger and Lion all in one, but him carry out in-house cleansing first. May him carry out in-house cleansing first. He must devour corruption in-house. Okay? That's what Leo alludes to. Triple D from Buharis says, good morning, Uncle Femi D. Where were we? Okay. We are where we are today because we allowed our leaders to deceive us for long. God bless Nigeria. Triple D from Karu writes that in. Patrick says, from on the issue of National Assembly housing and their poor quarters, truth is that Obasanjo article sales of public assets and privatization and program had outrightly sold all those houses to their own occupants. Sitting legislators, while the Jew of Obasanjo article were in the main firing and accelerating for their failed third-term team projects, as we would have it at this time. Okay. Interesting time. Israel says, good morning from this. Some people don't know what it means to close case against Tinubu. Let them go and learn. The real battle is about to commence. On Nnamdi Kanu's case, Tinubu is playing politics of bitterness for not ordering the DSS to release him till now. Those uninformed will be saying that it will not be Tinubu that detained him. They should be informed that the government is continuous and his refusal to release him is a continuation of flagrant disobedience to the court of law, just like Buhari did, says Israel. All right, let's leave it at that for today. We've got to take messages and, of course, take on speaking to Nuremberg this very morning at this time. So much more to discuss. Stay with us right here on Nigeria Info. I'm back in 12 seconds.
This is Nigeria